Hello, my name is Jonathan Fletcher. Today, I will be discussing anti-Semitism and how it is impacting our country. But first, what is anti-Semitism? Anti-Semitism is a certain perception of Jews, which may be expressed as hatred toward Jews. Rhetorical and physical manifestations of anti-Semitism are directed toward Jewish or non-Jewish individuals and or their property, toward Jewish community institutions and religious facilities. These are some worrying statistics about anti-Semitism and conspiracy belief in the United States. This chart shows the worrying rise of anti-Semitic incidents in the United States. From 2012 to 2016, it says relatively the same with a small increase, but from 2017 to 2020, after that little increase happened again, it stayed pretty stagnant, but there's a huge increase in 2021, and for reasons I'll get to in another part of this video. Now, this chart shows the monthly anti-Semitic incidents of 2021. Now, until April, it stays pretty low, but then there's a spike in May. Now, the cause of this increase was the 2021 Israeli-Palestinian conflict, but most of the attacks in the increase were done by white supremacists, extremists, and people on the internet. But then from June to December, it gets relatively low again. This chart shows the percentage of Americans that agree with 6 or more anti-Semitic tropes. As you can see, in the 60s, it was around 30%, but dropped down to 20% in 1992. Throughout the years, it slowly decreased to 9% in 2014, but went up to 11% in 2019. But only 3 years later, it went up by 9% in 2022 due to the pandemic and many conspiracy theories arising throughout the internet. Now I will list some events that are well known to the public and have been well documented by the news in the last few years. First, we have the 2022 Colleyville Synagogue hostage crisis that took place on January 15th, 2022 by Malik Ahram, a 44-year-old British Pakistani that had a pistol. The hostage crisis lasted almost 12 hours from 10:41 a.m. to 9:22 p.m. There was only one death, and that was the perpetrator, and all 4 hostages were luckily freed. Next, we have the 2019 Jersey City shooting around December 10th, 2019 at a kosher grocery store in the Greenville section of Jersey City. 2 shooters killed 6 people, including themselves, injured 3. This attack was one of the reasons why the H.R. 108 bill, a bill to ban the purchase of assault rifles for civilians, was pushed to Congress and has recently passed in the House, but is still waiting on the Senate. The last one I will be covering today is one of the worst mass shootings in the last decade and a very devastating attack on the Jewish community. During Shabbat morning services on October 27th, 2018, Robert Gregory Bowers, a white supremacist and self-proclaimed neo-Nazi, walked into the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He murdered 11 people while injuring 7 others, including himself. This attack was a big turning point on the Jewish community in the United States, sparking international outrage, and because of this, several states have passed laws to have security near houses of worship to prevent events like these from ever happening again. This documentary was only worked on by me. It was challenging, but I felt it was necessary. I originally wanted to make it back in junior year, but this topic has been tough to discuss. Some subjects have caused controversy, while others are mentally challenging to apprehend. Even certain ones have been known to put people into a depression-like state for a day or two. I would also like to thank my grandfather for telling me his story and inspiring me to work on this production. He was a good man who, after surviving, worked hard and would lecture me on math and computer science. Thank you for watching my production. Hopefully, you have learned more about this topic. And sei gesund.